Right, Aksh. This was the first picture, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Uh, okay. What have you written now? Let's see. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let's see. This was the first story you have written, isn't it? Read out your story.
Yes. Yes, sir. Sham
Read
was
out.
a student.
Ah,
Yes, sir. Sham was a student in Government Medical College, Jammu. One evening, when he was at his home, he got a call from his friend regarding some medical emergency at his home. Due to the devastating weather condition in the town, ambulance was taking a lot of time to arrive there. He started walking towards his home, encountering severe storm and wind. After reaching his house, he found his friend's dad in a critical position having a stroke. He quickly turned him sideways in a comfortable position, loosened his clothes, and tried to keep him calm till the paramedics arrived. He was taken to the hospital, after which he was in a better position.
okay. Now, who is the hero? Sham.
Charm.
Okay. Now, till this line, any action till now? Up
No,
to this
sir.
line? Is there any action up to this line?
No, sir.
No. What they simply have said that one of your friends' father or parents were sick and you got a call. And when you started going towards, if you saw the ambulance is taking a lot of time to arrive. Where? To your house or to their house? Have you told any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Where is ambulance expected? Your house to pick you up or to their house to take to the hospital? Number one. Number three, when you talk about there's a devastating weather condition, that means there's certain amount of doubt that creates in my mind, telling me instantly now that the mental stamina is low. Mental stamina is
Yes.
low.
Low.
Simple. So even there's certain amount of risk-taking capability gets questionable. You will not take a risk at all.
Okay.
Secondly, what have you done once reaching house? You found him into you have a position have you now? He found his friend's dad in a critical position. Now, till now, any action will be taken?
No, sir.
So this much time, is it not a garbage?
Yes, sir.
Any point you have to write to bring out your 15 qualities.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. Which quality emerged till now? It was not your initiative, you were called by your friend. You went there walking. Okay. You reached there, you found him stroke. What action you have taken? Very trivial one. You loosened his clothes and made him comfortable. You are a medical student. If this is the only thing required, well, patient will certainly die.
Hmm.
Yeah, and last May you have taken him also. So your action you only two action you have taken. What are the two action? First action you have taken is you reached there, isn't it? Second
Yes,
is
sir.
second action you've done. You loosened his belt. Third, you made him comfortable. Any other action?
No, sir.
This could have been this small trivial action could have been taken by anyone. What credit
Yes,
do
sir.
you get?
Hmm.
Would you get any credit? Tell me.
No, sir.
So that is the status now. Okay. Now read the next story, then we'll take out the read the next story. Read out.
Okay. Ravi was a civil engineer and was posted to a new building site at his town. He comes home one day and finds his younger brother in distress, sitting on a chair. After inquiring, he finds his difficulty to complete his science project of constructing a dam-scale model for early science fair. After evaluating his unfinished model, he finds some structural mistakes in the model and give him overview about the mistake. He asked him to increase the base width while increasing the number of supporting pillars to increase the tensile strength of the model. His brother took his advice and completed a model on time and took it
Okay.
to the science fair.
Now, who is his younger brother? What he is doing?
He's a student, sir.
Which system? Which class?
I haven't written that here.
Okay. Fair enough. After that, what is there? he finds difficulty in completing his science project. Very good, nothing wrong. After that, after evaluating the unfinished model, he found some structural mistake in the model, giving about the mistake he made him while increasing the number of supporting pillar and increasing the tensile strength of the model. अब बताओ, a child who is making a project at say 10th or 12th level, would he
Yes, sir.
understand these aspects? Would he understand these aspects?
No, sir.
Then what have they achieved? Again, second thing what you have done is very simple. That you are an engineer. And what action you've done? Whom have you helped? Your brother.
Yes,
In
sir.
what way? By just suggesting him, this you must increase this. So it is the total. Is there any action involved?
No, sir.
Is there any action? Tell me yourself.
No, sir. No, sir.
So if there is no action involved, now which quality? There's only one quality emerged here. You have got a good relationship with your brother. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
So already you want your brother to be taken. You have good relationship. So it means you are a family man. Probably you have got a good relation with the family. So maximum at best you can afford to get social adaptability. Anything beyond this?
No, sir.
So you got only one quality is emerged in this one. That is a social adaptability. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's come back to the next. This picture, this was the picture of this one. This was the picture or not? This story you written for this picture.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's come back to the third picture which is available. This is the picture. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if this is the picture now, let's see what have you written. Read out your story.
Rameshwar was a head executive engineer in the car's mechanical showroom in Udhampur.
Okay.
He encountered a customer who was having issue with his car. He was leading the new recruiter to fix the problems of the car.
He was
While
leading
taking
the new. He encountered a customer who having his issue with his car. Okay, fair enough.
yes,
Okay.
he was leading the new recruiter to fix the problem of the car. While taking a test drive, they found vehicle's temperature was getting high and that was affecting the engine's efficiency. He went to check the radiator to discover some problems with the radiator. They found out that the radiator cap was in a bad condition, due to which the problem was there. They changed the part and deliver the vehicle to its owner.
Now, what is Rameshwar?
He is a head executive engineer.
In the word head executive engineer. What is supposed to executive engineer supposed to do? He's got some responsibility, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, having seen the responsibility, what is there now? He encountered a customer who is having some issue with a problem. Any person, there is no problem, come back. He was leading the new recruiter to fix the problem. He was leading. Who was leading? This executive engineer.
Yes, sir. Ramesh.
So what is, how is this particular thing related to the story that you have written? Have you applied it anywhere? How is this new recruiter to fix the problem of the car is related to the problem that you have found in the car? Anything? While taking the test drive, he found vehicle's temperature was rising, getting high. In case he could have found out. And it was affecting engine efficiency. If the temperature goes high, he should have found out. Efficiency will come later on. He checked the radiator. In any case, he should have found out if the temperature rises, they can only, what can be problem there? Either coolant is not there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or there's some problem in the radiator cooling system, or probably the pump may not be working. भाई आज के दिन में क्या है? ये this is the coolant system. If this coolant is there from this is the cap on which there the coolant is coming back. So from there it goes to the pipe to the radiator and radiator gets cooled up. Radiator is the radiator we talked about, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's cooled up. Now, from that, probably maybe the fan of which is rotated, probably fan may not be working, or something very simple. So now what you've done is the radiator cap was in a bad condition. Is radiator cap is responsible for it? Firstly, if you have become so technical, no, very trivial.
I should have written there was a leakage from radiator cap.
What have you written here? Forget about this. What have you written?
Yes, sir.
You have written he found that the radiator cap was in bad condition. So what? He should have looked at from the system itself. While inspecting, he should have found out what is the problem, what is not the problem. So whatever it is very, you have very low level idea, which does not, it is, I want you to write a story.
Yes, sir.
Is it a story? Tell me. By replacing a radiator cap, do you expect to be an officer?
No, sir.
Tell me yourself. We have got
No, sir.
15 quality. Effective intelligence is the intelligence utilized to find a solution to day-to-day problem. That is what effective intelligence is. If the problem is very trivial, by replacing a cap, what credit do you get? Reasoning ability gets missed out. From there, you are talking about some recruiter, you are leading a recruiter, you are doing yourself, you are supposed to experience. It is not telling. It's not at all a story by itself. कहानी जब तक नहीं लिखोगे तो कहानी तो मतलब नहीं बनता नहीं भाई.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now, if that is the status now, your first, we have already 3 story, absolutely you are far behind. Far behind. Okay, read the next story.
Sir, Rinku was a student studying in Government Degree College Udhampur. He recently lost his father in a tragic car accident.
Okay.
His family was going through a financial situation because of which he was not having enough money to even pay his college last year admission fee. To gather money for his admission and help his family, he started delivering newspaper in the morning and started working as a Zomato delivery boy on his cycle. Before college time, he delivers newspaper and after college resumes his job as a Zomato delivery boy. Within few weeks, he was able to pay his admission fee and assist his family.
Okay, now tell me first and foremost, what was the scene? There was a scene a person or say something like a dark pin is trying to deliver a letter, isn't it? I think that was the scene.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, now let's see the scene itself first. Okay, let's see the scene. Okay, this was the scene. This was the scene. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is a okay. Now this is the next scene. So just so that we don't have to come back, this is the next scene. Okay. Now let's come back. What you have written. Let's discuss that. Let's discuss that. First and foremost, what you have said. Who has died?
His father.
His father. Okay. Whose father? Hero's father. Hero's father. What does it mean? It's a pessimistic story. Is it pessimistic story or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, being the pessimistic story, what has he done? He says, so this is first pessimistic. Pessimistic. Matlab ki you expect everything bad to happen. And we cannot, I say, even in the worst scenario, we expect an army officer to be always positive. Always positive. In spite of all the odds that he may be facing in the real war scenario, real battle scenario, he still feels even if he's alone, he can still win. And he started itself out talking about the negativity. Is it anywhere related to the picture? No. You are trying to create an extra pressure onto yourself. Secondly, what has he done? He lost his father. His family was going through a financial crisis, which he was not enough money to pay his college fee admission. So what is that? To gather money for the admission, he helped his family started delivering a newspaper. It's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong till such time the dignity of labor is maintained. But what is it? You want to become an officer. You started with negativity. What have you achieved till now? You only got your admission and you assisted your family. Anything beyond that?
sir.
एक चिड़िया भी अपने बच्चे को दाना चुगकर खाना खिलाती है. So what he is doing as a hero, he is looking after his own family. Nothing beyond, nothing less. Which quality you must tell me now? Let's say first quality was effective intelligence. Use the mentality to find a solution to the problem. Yes, he have found some solution. I'll meet out by being a Zomato or what was that rider selling. There's something wrong with the system. Okay, accepted. Originally, could he afford to do something better as well? Probably yes.
Yes, sir.
He could have done something better. Nothing wrong. No, what has he done achieved ultimately? He has only helped his own family, nothing beyond that. Okay, so it means he is in a position, a bit of sense of responsibility comes into play. Okay, so there's a self-confidence gets questionable. Self-confidence, speed of decision, again, it may not be the right decision, but he has taken some action. That's all. Ability to influence group, liveliness, since he's talking about negativity, so liveliness, which is one of the star quality, liveliness, it gets questionable. Liveliness is what? Remaining buoyant in the worst situation. See, this particular whole thing scenario gives me, he gets disturbed. He finds it very difficult to come out from the situation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So there is a question on livelihood, and you know, this is one of the important 6.5 qualities where once he found out, no person will ever spare you.
Yes, sir.
We have already talked about what are they? Social adaptability, cooperation, sense of responsibility, liveliness, then courage and mental stamina, isn't it? These qualities cannot be compromised. So this means if you have got it, what happens in a real scenario? You will find your own man dying in front of you. You will find your own friend who are officer around there, maybe getting killed. Do you give up? No.
No, sir.
So that's the scene. Okay. Read the next story. Then we'll go back to the picture later on. Read the next story.
Yes, sir. Mohit is government bus driver in Road Transport Corporation. He was assigned the route from Jammu to Baramulla. One day, half down the distance, he was confronted from a guy carrying a gun and threatens to shoot if his condition are not met. He asked every passenger to put their valuable items in the bag. With acknowledging the fact that bus was full of passengers, patiently listened to all the requests. After waiting for some time, he found out the hijacker being diverted. He pushes the brake hardly, which caused the hijacker to fall in front. And Mohit took the advantage and with the help of passengers took his gun. He handed him to the police and reported the whole incident.
Okay. Now, this is a low aim. You want to become an officer. What have you become? A driver. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Next. I have already told you, you will not write a story about anti-social and social activities. You are from J&K and this is a common phenomena. By the time you write anti-social, what he has done now, he has applied a brake, that's all. और कोई action नहीं लिया ना?
No, sir.
Then what else? What is so great about it? I have already told you, you will not fight about anything. One is anti-social activities, unsocial activities, religion, politics, unionism. So if you write it, then there's no point. Correct? Now, what was the scene? There was a girl, we have already seen, there was a girl holding a pistol, and someone was there. That means what was there? If you get away, you have to write a story. You are trying to describe it. A story is a story. कहानी होनी चाहिए. अभी बताओ. It is describing an incident, is it or not?
Yes, sir.
You are describing an incident, what happened to me. Can it be a story?
No, sir.
So story aims to your aim should be to bring out your 15 qualities. Correct? Read the next one.
Ram was a professor at Government Medical College Jammu. He was going to deliver a practical lecture to the third year students regarding the anatomy of liver to his students. He took the cadaver on a stretcher with the help of assistant to the lab. He gave the lecture performing the practical and showing them to dissect the liver and explain its parts. After that, he inquired their doubts and assisted them while cutting and dissecting the parts correctly. He receives a great response from the students
Now
after
tell
the
me,
lecture.
is he a professor?
Yes, sir.
What is his profession? Teaching.
Yes, sir.
If he is taught, if he is teaching his student anything great, he's being paid for it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Has he done anything exceptional? Have you done anything different?
Sir.
Tell me yourself, is it? Aksh, can you hear me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what have you achieved in this case? He is a professor, he is gone, he is given delivered lecture to his student, and he is saying, what is cadaver?
The dead body which is used to
Huh?
teach medical students. The dead body, sir, which is used in medical
Okay.
colleges.
So now, so a student regarding the anatomy of liver to his student, he took the cadaver in a stretcher. Would he take it around the first? कैडेवर कहां पर जब डेड बॉडी को लेकर जाते हैं उसको दिस इज नॉट डन इन द क्लास all these things are in the operation theater or some other places where they're supposed to place. Would he take the dead body anywhere that he feels like? Tell me yourself.
Sir, I have written he took it to the lab.
He took the cadaver stretcher with the help of assistant to the lab. Okay, I accept it from this I accept from the system.
Yes, sir.
So has he done anything different? बताओ ना.
No, sir. No, sir.
क्या? He is doing his duty. That's all. Which qualities emerge? He is a bit conscientious. That's all. That consenting means sense of responsibility. SOR. Because as a teacher, it is his job to teach.
Yes, sir.
So if he doing something what is being expected, that's what is so great. Okay. So this was the scene because that was a body was being carried by. This was the scene, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Was this scene?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. This was.
Okay. Read the next one. Next scene. This is the next scene. Okay. Now tell me the story that you've written.
Rinku was a graduate living in Udhampur. One day, while hometown, he hears screaming from the surrounding and follows it. He discovers a girl lying on the ground. While inquiring, he found that she was being bitten by a snake on her foot. He inspects the site and found the color change and swelling. He quickly cuts his t-shirt and tied tightly just above the foot to restrict the flow of venom to other parts and keep the girl calm. He informs the paramedics, then he picks up the girl on his shoulder and walks out of the forest to the nearest roadside and waited for the paramedics to arrive.
What are paramedics?
Yes, sir.
What are paramedics?
Doctors वगैरह जो.
बता paramedics मतलब बताओ नहीं. Read it. Make out, find out what is paramedics. Paramedics, isn't it? What a paramedic means? A person trained to give emergency medical care to people who are injured or ill, typically in a setting outside a hospital. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, where did you find the paramedics? One day, walking through a forest near his hometown. Very nice. He hears a screaming surrounding up and follows it. There was a girl lying the snake. Remember, we had talked about anything. You are talking about no Again, a negativity. Is it or not?
It
Story
is.
number 4, you talked about it, that his father has died. Correct. Story number
Yes, sir.
5, you had the some antisocial activities have hijacked the system. This is the third story again, you find some again negativity coming into play. Is it negativity or not?
Yes, sir.
What is your action now? Your action is only that, yes, I gave him the first aid and call the paramedic. How far was the paramedic available?
Yes, sir.
What is the distance at which paramedic was available? How did he inform them?
Probably, yes, sir, by phone,
He
call
picked
them.
up the girl on his shoulder and walked out of forest to the nearest roadside and waited for the paramedic. Would the paramedics come to you on the road? Tell me yourself. Either you take the girl to the hospital or you expect a medical help to come to you, rescue.
Yes, sir.
Just merely going on the road, it doesn't solve the problem.
Hmm.
Did the girl survive? Did she die? Did the paramedic come? Has the problem been solved? Has the problem been solved? No. Has the problem solved? Tell me yourself.
No, sir.
खत्म हो गया काम. Okay. Read the next story. This is a person is standing in a scenario where a lot of machines are being seen, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah,
Read
yes,
the
sir.
story. Yeah, read the story.
Himmat was a young scholar from Udhampur. Recently, after his father's death, he acquired his dad's company of printing press. Even though he was keen in expanding his father's business, his father's company was having a low review and selling. To change the scenario, he started with changing the writing to attract the new generation with the writing. He also started having a comic section, cookbook, and puzzle game section in the paper to attract people from every age group. With time, progress was seen and sales increased drastically after some time, and his
Okay.
printing press started getting more tenders.
Again, a negative.
Yes, sir.
There in that place, your father died. Again, your father is dying. You want to take credit that you have done something different, isn't it? His
Yes,
father
sir.
company was having a low review and selling. So what did he do? He started changing the writing to attract. What writing में change क्या होगा? What is the writing? What do you want to say?
Sir, I was trying to say that he just changed the way of his writing
अरे
to make
आप
it
your
more.
company was printing press. Printing press क्या करता है? You get an order
So,
from someone, so not the writing. In any case, it is
yes, sir.
unrelated. हो गया ना यार?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
प्रिंटिंग प्रेस से आपको कुछ आएगा प्रिंट करने तभी आप प्रिंट करोगे ना.
Mm-hmm.
In what way it is writing going to help in the printing press? It's not a newspaper.
Yes, sir.
Is it a newspaper? No.
No.
So if it's not a newspaper, what are you going to do? Tell me. And then cookbook, puzzle game, section. So you are confused what is to be done, what is not to be. Then if you write, his father was running a paper or say, that's okay. Then probably things goes to have to be unrelated. We talked about there should be coherence in your story. First line should go to that. We talk about 4 types of coherence: casual coherence, cultural coherence, and temporal coherence, isn't it? Did we talk about or not?
Yes, sir.
There has to be coherence. There's not at all again. You just want to say that, yeah, I have done it. That's the end of it. Wishful. How did he get the money? He was not gunning. How much money did he have? Did he take loan? Did he do something else? Did he borrow money from someone else? Okay. So this is, unfortunately, that is not the way that things go across. Okay. Read the next one.
Ashu was an officer in Rural Agriculture Department in Jammu. He was requested by the Panchayat of Gadi, a small village at the outskirts of the city. Arriving there, he was informed by the Sabha that the overall yield from the agriculture land has reduced significantly in the previous few years. After listening to their queries, he ensured them to help and started taking soil samples from different parts of the area.
He
The report
ensured,
from the
he ensured, he assured or ensured. Okay. Actually, go ahead.
yes,
Started taking sample from the.
soil samples from different part of the area.
Okay.
The report from the soil evaluated the high concentration of acidic particles, which led to change in the soil profile.
Huh.
He went back and initiated the meeting and advised them to use lime in order to neutralize the soil. It led
Okay.
to
Now,
high yield again.
okay. Now tell me only one thing. What this? Who is the hero? Agriculture
Ashu.
officer.
Yes, sir.
Now he was the rural agriculture. What has he achieved? Hello. नहीं आज आदित्य ने आधा लीटर देना है जब हमको बंद की बात ये बंद हो आधा लीटर दे देना तो आधा लीटर दे दो ठीक है okay now so now the problem he is agriculture rural agriculture department it is his job to ensure that the productivity of area increases it or not
Yes, sir.
why should he be invited it is his job he should have been his initiative isn't it
Yes, sir.
is it his initiative no he has been called by the Panchayat of Garhi which is lying outside Udhampur, correct? And he informed Sabha that overall yield. So he was informed rather than getting, he should have got the data himself. It was his duty as an agriculture officer to find out what is right, what is not so right. So
Yes,
it
sir.
means he is not at all performing his duty.
Hmm.
Correct? And after
Yes,
that,
sir.
what he has done, then what he has simply collected the samples of the soil sample. I told them, well, it is acidic.
Yes,
So
sir.
what action has the government department taken to ensure the acidity gets reduced? He asked them to be चूना डाल दे बात खत्म होगी कितना चूना देगा कहां से पैसा लेगा कौन पैसा देगा what is the government is going to do how are they going to reduce that it can be any other solution also possible what you are talking
Yes, sir.
is here with lower level idea all low level ideas which are process low level ideas
Okay,
तुम्हें
sir.
बताओ है या नहीं
Yes, sir.
okay now the problem comes up because this is a panchayat scene this is a panchayat scene where there's a one person standing and number of people standing sitting in around like this isn't it
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this is the panchayat scene. So if you can't handle these small level, very low level problems, that's the problem. Then it's questionable then. Okay. Read the next one. This is the one farmer boy is standing in front, and there's a he's looking at the
Yes.
sunset or something at the in front, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Read out the story.
The Manu was a graduate in agriculture sciences and was residing at Manda village in Jammu. He was worried about the deteriorating condition of his village, which was getting converted into a desert. He took the command into his hand to help his village. He, with the help of his villagers, started reducing groundwater wastage and collectively introduced water harvesting methods in their houses, including making a small artificial pond near every locality. He also introduced a farmer of his area with dry land farming and producing coarse crops, which require less rain.
Yeah, but
In a period of
all these things are fine. Who is going to give the money? Now, water harvesting, जो कहता है, water harvest, there are the two ways.
yes, sir.
Roof type harvesting
Roof,
or
yes, sir.
recharging. There are only two things. Now
Yes,
he
sir.
says he was worried about deteriorating condition of his village, which was getting converted in desert. Why was it getting converted in desert? There may be probably irrigation system was
Hmm.
not there, or
Irrigation.
temperature would have risen up from the system. It's not the groundwater is only one solution.
Yes, sir.
Why should an area get converted to desert? There will not no rainfall. That's one, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So there is no dearth of rainfall in any case in your area. Even if it's there, then how do you preserve it? Can everyone create a water hardware, water pond, a pond in their locality everywhere? Possible? Impossible.
Hmm.
Is it possible? Tell me yourself.
No, sir.
आप water harvesting कर रहे हो? Good. What will you do? Rooftop harvesting? या probably ground में लेकर अपने plant that you are going to use for daily use. Would it be
Hmm.
sufficient for irrigation? No.
No.
Until the water is collected in a big pond, where there's a which you are tried to do it, where will the land come? Who is going to give the money for converting the pond? So all those particular details should have been found out. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Have you given any detail there?
No, sir.
So what is the overall? Again, you are trying to wishful. Solution has to be on ground.
Hmm.
You have to be practical. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Read the last story which you have written. This was a no vacancy certificate, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
आगे चलो पढ़ो.
Mohit was a software engineer in graphic designing and was residing in Jammu. Recently, he was informed about a vacancy at the Nadavi Private Limited company. He prepared for the interview and went for a job, but unfortunately, the vacancy got filled. He then filled application online on sites with his specification and qualification. While not getting any positive outcome, he started to create a software for an app which will allow aspirants like him to know about the vacancy at that time. He
So now,
studied the trends.
now the problem is this much area that this resource which you have wasted, this action you have taken, you could have started here, somewhere here. In view of the non-availability of say poster on there, he thought of creating a software and all particular thing. What you're doing at that time, that should have started earlier. Correct? Create a software for a app which will allow the aspirant like him to know about the vacancy. It's not only the vacancy in time. He studied the trends in vacancy from companies and gathered the data to feed the app. He shared the idea. And how would he go? How would he now, if he's looking for a job, how is he funding himself?
Yes.
अरे इतना दिन ऐप बनाने के बाद उनको पैसा कहाँ से आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
आधा का दूध लेने का है, आधा लीटर दूध. Hello. Yes. कहाँ से? We will talk later on. Bye. Okay. Okay. He started the idea and prototype with the investor and got the healthy investment. कहाँ कितना investment?
Okay.
ठीक है. आप इसको देखिए,
Yes, sir.
यार you're unstructured. You're not able to the
Yes.
your कहानी should flow. जैसे
Flow,
पानी
okay.
चलता है, नदी का पानी चलता है, उसी से your कहानी water should flow. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question? I think you have finished all the 12 story. Any question?
Yes, sir. So, like in the TAT number, the one with where I have shown the body, that one where I have written about the medical professor. Sir, while seeing it, it is a negative picture which is shown to us.
It really, that's a, I use the word intellectualization.
Yes,
Our
sir.
aim of any assessor is what? To take out some of the what they call complexes in an individual.
Okay.
So if you are faced with such a situation, how do you react? That is the aim.
Okay, sir.
Well, you have taken a positive, you have taken a prophecy, taken the class, but that is normal job he is doing, isn't it? Nothing wrong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But is it a story?
No, no.
So that is nothing wrong. You've taken it very rightly. I accept it that you have taken it as a very rightly, and he is a professor who is going to take that class, and what he is carrying the dead body, and he is connected some lever. What he is trying to tell the anatomy, he can teach. Fair enough. But is it a story?
No. No, sir.
And strangely, which quality emerge? There is only one quality emerge, that is the sense of responsibility. He is a professor, he is using all tools to teach his students. That's all. Anything beyond that?
No, sir. So
So you've
yes,
got
sir. In the
your aim should be to get up 15 qualities. Now tell me, 11 stories you have written. Effective intelligence, what? Use of intelligence to find a day-to-day solution, day-to-day problem. Now,
Hmm.
2-3 places you have shown negativity. Father has died and
Hmm.
all, particularly you have tried to come back. Well, still, okay, you can find a solution. But
Yes, sir.
more intelligent you are, the complexity of the story will have to be more. You have to
Okay, sir.
define the problem first 2 to 3 lines, and 8 to 9 lines you must act. You must act.
Act.
Act to bring out your 15 quality. If you do not act, then what will happen? You are wasting a lot of time to define a problem itself. You are 6 to 7 lines, you are trying to define a problem. Try
Yes, sir.
and have a solution where you write in 3 paragraphs. You said, I will not define the problem more than 2 to 3 lines.
Okay, sir.
Second paragraph, you take it because I'll act 8 to 10 lines. The time you start thinking about how to act around there, your story will automatically come, isn't it? And lastly, the
Yes, sir.
outcome should be what impact it has got on future. That is the outcome. It should be positive. You will not bring out any negativity in the system. So all the 12,
Yes, sir.
11 qualities you have written, tell me which is your best story. Not even one of them are in a position to bring out at least. So problem वहां पर है ना. देखो एक कहानी लिखी है, बच्चा भी कहानी लिखता है यार, और आप भी कहानी लिख रहे हो. What is the difference? It is supposed to be test.
Yes,
And
sir.
test is supposed to, I am looking at your 15 quality which you are supposed to bring out through the story itself. Until
Yes.
and unless you are smart enough to bring out a 15 quality, would you get any credit? Tell me yourself.
No, no, sir.
Have you got my point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, and I'll ask you next question.
The 12th one, which we
Huh?
have to write by ourselves.
Yeah.
The blank story. Blank story.
Blank is you can imagine any picture of your own.
Okay.
आप
Anything.
कुछ भी सोचो. That is the
Okay.
freedom you got it.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
what happens now? By the time you come to 11th story, 1 to 11, you're already mentally tired. Because there you give all sorts of things you are writing. And suddenly I have left you free. No, when I say left you free, imagine anything that you feel like. It's like, really concentration and rarification. Now, here you got a freedom to choose anything that you feel like. Suddenly, since you've got choose, freedom to choose, you do not know what to write. Problem क्या होता है? It's like, बैसाख नंदन. बैसाख नंदन गधा को बोला जाता है. किसको बोला जाता है? गधा को. In the question of Basak Nandan, in the Basak, in the suppose during the summer season, he doesn't get much grass. तो जो भी grass उसको खाकर मोटा हो जाता है. When it comes to Shravan, जब बरसात के दिन में तो grass चारों तरफ होता है. He doesn't eat this or this, as it सबसे दुबला होता है. Now the problem कि till 11 story was fixed. Suddenly I give the freedom to choose anything. You अब तुम्हारे दिमाग में पता क्या choose करूं? You are really confused. ये चूज करूं, ये चूज, ये अच्छा है, ये अच्छा है. As a result, now the theme that you choose is going to directly indicate your own personality, which type of story you have chosen. But here you got a choice, no? There you are restricted. There is no more restriction exists there. Have you understood the impact of why that blank is given? Now suddenly you are restricted. Suddenly say I give you freedom. अब जैसे बोलता है स्कूल में बच्चे से when you go for school to college you are free man, isn't it? स्कूल में तो मास्टर जी तुमको बाइनर कहते हैं ये नहीं कर, ये मत करो. And when you go to college, you are free bird. Don't you there is a change? Don't you think there is a change in the student when he goes from school to college? It is the same thing. Now here you got the freedom. You can act the way you feel like about it.
Yes.
Because choose the person. These are all selections which makes you a better person. They are the qualities emerged from the system. Yeah, the matter it has to be. I should do the best story, tell the story, because I have got a freedom to choose any character, anything that I wanted. Yes, next question, pucho.
Sir, the stories I have written, basically, sir, I have to put efforts in more details
No,
Uh,
it's not a story. All of your description you are writing across.
yes, sir. I was writing about the
You are
story which
trying to,
was seen.
you are
Scene.
looking पिक्चर को दिखा रहे हो. You are describing
Ah,
a picture.
yes,
कहानी
sir.
नहीं लिख रहे हो.
Okay.
आप कहानी वो देखो, ये है फिल्म में. देखो, आपका किसी अमिताभ बच्चन का फिल्म देखते होगे, एक सीन के पीछे अमिताभ बच्चन क्या करता है, उसके बाद क्या करता है.
Mhm.
It's a scene of a movie.
Yes,
The
sir.
picture is there. What led to situation now? What is happening now? What is the outcome?
Yes, sir.
So the picture should be integrated with the story.
Hmm. Okay, sir.
Okay. There's no much. Describe करोगे तो क्या फायदा? None of the quality will come ना.
Yes, sir.
Next question पूछो.
सर यही था.
समझ में आई कुछ बातें?
Yes, sir.
Okay.